Here in the villages, there are two types of gates, attended and non-attended gates. The attended gates are usually at the most busiest intersections, or I should say entryways in the villages. They usually have a 24-hour guard there at these manned gates, but the non-attended gates have this system where it's going to take a photo of your front license plate and your back license plate. So don't think that you're getting through there without being noticed, because you are. And on these attended gates, the reason why he puts out that stop sign when he comes to the visitors area is because they want to slow you down just enough to take a photo of your license plate and also of you yourself. I don't think you're getting by there without being looked at. So there is security in the villages, not as much as I would say as some of the other retirement areas, but there is security. Another thing I want to bring up are these tunnel signs. These signs are telling you the location of where you're at in the villages, and also, in case of an emergency, they can locate you if you tell them what tunnel you're at. In this case, it's on El Camino Real. I think very few people even notice these signs in the tunnels, but they are very helpful in case you need to tell them your location if you say you have an accident on your golf cart or maybe some kind of a medical emergency. So take note of these signs, because who knows, one day they may become helpful to you in an emergency. Okay, next thing I'd like to talk about is that Panera restaurant there in Lake Sumter Landing. Did you know that this is one of the busiest Panera breaded restaurants in the United States? As you can imagine, it is a great location and it's always busy. And I also like to mention that there are 3 states in the United States that do not have a Panera Bread, and they're Utah, Alaska, and Hawaii. I know there's even some pajama parties that are held in the morning sometimes at this Panera Bread. So it's a very busy restaurant and a big money maker for Panera Bread. All right, maybe you've seen these benches throughout the villages. Well, these adoptive benches are usually placed throughout the community for a loved one. Each bench features a plaque that displays a personalized message. And you can get one of these benches for $1,400, which includes the bench, the freight, the concrete slab, a plaque, and the ongoing maintenance. If the plaque does need to be replaced, they will also do that. And you can get one of these benches through the villages if you want to leave a memorial to a loved one. It could be a parent. Some people even leave them to their dogs. And you'll also notice that these benches always seem to be in these really good prime locations, maybe overlooking a golf course or a beautiful view of a lake or a pond. There's even quite a few dedicated to their dogs there in the various dog parks throughout the villages. So next time you're taking a walk or in your golf cart, just stop for a moment and look at these benches and the dedication plaques, because many of them are very interesting to read. I think you'll learn a few things. Okay, the next thing I'd like to talk about is located right here inside the Eisenhower Rec Center, which is the closest thing to a museum that you're going to find here in the villages. They got all kinds of memorabilia, the Army, Navy, Air Force, the Marines, Coast Guard. But there's one item that I think everybody should make note of when they're inside there. And there's this plaque inside the Eisenhower Rec Center that is really interesting to read. And it's a series of 4 telegrams to the parents of a pilot that was shot down over Germany. And here's that plaque. The top one is saying that he's missing in action. The next one's saying he's been captured, he's been held as a POW. The next telegram says he's been released, and then the final telegram says he's heading home. So next time you're inside the Eisenhower Rec Center, take note of that plaque, because it's a really interesting read. Did you know in the Lake Sumter area, above the Red Sauce restaurant, there is a private club called the Anglers Club. This restaurant club is only available to those people who are employees of the villages. I guess this was started by the Morse family some years ago, and it's continued. I don't think they hold too many functions up there, maybe an occasional bachelor party or a small wedding reception, but I just thought it's something I'd like to share with everybody because I wasn't aware of it until I heard rumors about it. And it is true. It's called the Anglers Club, and it's located above the Red Sauce Restaurant. Next up is the lighthouse that's located right there again in Lake Sumter Landing. Now, many people are always taking photos of this lighthouse. They're right by the Lighthouse Restaurant. And of course, it was built there back in 2004 and 5 when Lake Sumter Landing was being developed as the second town square. But did you know that this lighthouse was actually inspired by a lighthouse on Sanibel Island? And here's some photos of that actual lighthouse that the Lake Sumter Landing Lighthouse was based on. And here it is right here. You can see it's almost identical. Just some small variation differences of the one that's located in Lake Sumter. If you're standing next to it, you probably wouldn't even know the difference if you put the two next to each other. But a lot of people were wondering where this came from. It was built specifically for Lake Sumter Landing, but it was inspired by this lighthouse on Sanibel Island. Look at this shot. You'd swear this was Lake Sumter Landing, but it's not. That's Sanibel Island down there on the Gulf. Hopefully in the future I'll make another one of these short videos of what I've discovered here in the villages.